mission to get it. Hop on a flight and finish in business. I'm sitting in business. Just look at the ticket. The traveling man. I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the ground ahead of my time. Yesterday.
It's a brisk night in the Mid-Horse Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
We are in it to win it.
Gun. Stop.
They can do them offense.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Now he gets free at the left sideline. Joe Mixon moving inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits Painter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now that brings up 4th down there. Of 6 yards on the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
6 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want to repeat of their first drive.
Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
First down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. In motion right is Addison. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Osborne motions left. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
after one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry.
He'll take it inside the 25. The Bengals had 8-5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here comes third down and 7.
Burrow looking to pass.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Hall. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense, here's another 1st and 10.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. On the toss, here's Nwangu.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Hall.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill puts it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Inside handoff to Nixon.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down.
This goes out wide for Nixon. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals! Tyler Boyd as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it. They're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Hall to throw it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout. hurry. We'll see.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now it's the backup Cousins. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
On the draw, it's Nwangu.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Mixing up the middle. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Going to run with Madison again, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 22. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Madison not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings get a bit closer.
So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Bengals 28, Vikings 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22.
Team Grant on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herb Smith Jr., 78 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Nwogu. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Cousins.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Play action now. Cousins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they're thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, they grow their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins now.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
37 yards. First down, Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From midfield now, Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Cousins now to throw on first down. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10.
Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hilton, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Mixon. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Here we go.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A handoff to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A 34-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Complete to Addison on the out route. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And they take a knee.
Here we go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Gun. Cut.
And they'll indeed take a knee.